Arcane door has been opened. A new dominion begins. Straight gun. Revolver. Bullet gun. Darling laser. And challenge Enter the Gungeon.
Oh.
Conan Exiles is an open-world survival game in which you use the freeform building system to craft yourself a village or city, which you then use as a base to fend yourself. In order to dominate your enemies, you're going to need to create a safe location, a place that you can store weapons, supplies, a place which you decorate and you invite your friends to show off, a place where your clan can gather to discuss their war plans.
Building is a very important aspect of the game because it is the main way to secure your goods.
Conan Exiles has a really nice freeform building system. Basically, we've tried to create a building system which is as flexible as possible. That means that it allows you to build buildings almost anywhere.
One of the cool features that we have is that you can build a house on a mountainside if you want.
In order to craft higher tier items, players will need to create crafting stations. These are things like forges, armor making benches, woodworking benches, tanneries.
We have a huge selection of placeables and decoration. You have tables and shelves and barrels and candles.
You can craft gongs and horns, which you can use to signal the approach of your enemies or to let your friends know to open the gate. You can kill some of the hardest creatures in the game, chop off their head and have that mounted on the wall of your living room.
Some of those decorative pieces are also little toys. Like, for example, you can place an archery target that you can shoot at and it will give you a score depending on how close to the bullseye your shot was. Thralls are another major component of crafting.
When players start to get into the thrall system, they'll be able to go out into the world and capture artisan thralls. And once you place, for example, a Stygian smith at a Stygian forge, suddenly you have access to Stygian weapons because his knowledge becomes your knowledge.
You can attack other players' structures. Depending on the tier of the structure you're attacking, some weapons are going to be ineffective. You can also craft explosives that you can use that affect all tiers of building. When you plan your base, you should also make sure you have enough space for an altar, and you need altars in order to unlock the religion path.
The avatar is the ultimate expression of your religious fervor in the game.
When facing enemies with the ability to summon avatars, it pays off to think on your base layout carefully.
When one of them steps on your city wall, it's going to crumble. They say home is where the heart is, but in Conan Exiles, home is where you keep the hearts of your enemies.
The first living being was Yme. Yme was both woman and man, and the origin of the entire Trollkin. But soon after he was created came Bure, and he had a son called Bor, who had a son called Odin with Bestla, who was a Trollkin. Odin killed Yme, and with him almost the entire Trollkin. From his body he created the worlds, the oceans, the sun and the skies, and mankind. The two trolls that survived were forced to live in Utgard, the coldest of the worlds. The humans lived in Midgard, gods in Asgard, and so on. vet du, those little gnomes hid in Midgard and stayed there with us, but hidden from our sight. The trolls, Jotnir, were a strong and powerful king. There were many kinds, Giger, Jötul, and Tusse. The scariest kind was the Rimtusse, the frost giant, and many of them have made a mark in history, like Suttung with his mead and Loke. Many were held in high regard, and it is true that in many crafts they had a mastery that the gods envied them. More than once, the gods came to steal their secrets, eager to have their knowledge. Now you know why they attacked us, why they felt entitled to our world, and why they hated the gods. But no matter how justified they were in their anger, we had to fight for our lives. And that fight started out there on the island.